Hello, this is Lisa Russick with the podcast We're All Psychic, and Misty is not here today, but guess who's back? Guess who's back? Back again, Granddaughter Crow. Tell all your friends. We're happy to have you back, and do you still think we're all psychic as of last Wednesday?
100%.
Woo!
100%.
I don't think we need to discuss it. I think I believe you now. You knew it last time. That's right. You knew it. So listeners and watchers, this is a video podcast on Spotify, and we're doing our part 2 of We're All Magical, Granddaughter Crow's 4-part series. So this is part 2. What are we doing for part 2, Granddaughter Crow?
Oh, we are talking about magic. And we really laid the table down talking about magic on the last podcast in that perfectly segment of the magician card and the tarot, and you've got your table and you've got your things. And then we decided, you brilliant thinker came up with, why don't we do a couple more leading up to Samhain?
Yeah.
So
what is Samhain? What do you mean by Samhain?
I love that question. So Samhain is actually, if you sound it out, it is spelled Sam Hain.
I know that band.
I know, right?
Yes.
Listeners out there, when you see the word Sam Hain, it literally is pronounced Samhain. And what Samhain is what other people would celebrate as Halloween. However, it is this time of harvest. So there are 8 different times in the year that we get to celebrate, whether it's the spring and fall equinox, or whether it is, all of these beautiful, there's 8 times of year based on farming that the farmers would look at and go, it's time to plant. It's time to, it's time to season. It's time to, and then we have a couple of harvest seasons, Samhain being the last one that lands on October 31st or right there about. And it is 15 degrees Scorpio for those astrologers out there.
Yes, nice.
And so, but it's really this beautiful time that we celebrate, Halloween. We celebrate the Day of the Dead. It's very multicultural to say that the veil is thin.
Yes, the veil is thin. Everyone hears that, and they're excited about it at Halloween a lot.
Absolutely.
They want to be scared. They don't, or have fun with it, or believe.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, I use the word Halloween, All Hallows Eve, also the Day of the Dead, and inviting your old ancestors to feast with you and have fun with you.
That's exactly. It's supposed to kind of diffuse the fear of death.
Absolutely.
Or make it like, especially the Day of the Dead. They really kind of,
Absolutely. It's time where those ghosts aren't ghosts.
Yeah.
And they literally come back and you get to tell them. They visit around this time. And so so when I talk about Samhain, I'm going to say Samhain. You can understand it as Halloween. You could understand it as Day of the Dead, whatever makes sense to you. But it's really actually the last harvest for the farmers, to be able to harvest. So we have pumpkins and we have squash and we have all of these yellow, and we have leaves. It's the last harvest and the veil is thin, my friends. And so we are going to talk about the basic 101 ritual working towards Halloween, Samhain, and Lisa and I are going to throw down some fun magic today.
Oh, yes, we are. I'm learning a lot here too, listeners. So, because we talked a little before the podcast, and she's self-taught, and I was telling her I was kind of embarrassed, I'm self-taught. She's like, well, listen, and you spent a long time, forever, it seems like your whole life, kind of learning this, on your own, like studying it on your own and learning it. And you had referenced a book called A Solitary Witch.
The solitary witch.
So I imagine maybe maybe listeners, if you remember, we talked about the different types of which you can associate yourself with. Maybe you were a solitary witch while you were learning on your own. So.
I absolutely highly recommend, if you are still in the broom closet, to purchase the Solitary Witch. I think it's Silver Raven Wolf, and it gives you all of this information about rituals, answering all these questions that you've been practicing spirituality for 5-10 years, and nobody's answering these basic questions. And by now you're just like, well, I can't ask that.
Yeah,
I've been a practitioner.
I know that feeling so bad. Yeah.
I'm a Reiki practitioner. I should know how to cast a circle, you know?
Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about, well, let's start at the top. We're going to be talking about ritual.
Yeah.
Ritual, aka ceremony, aka celebration.
Yes.
So everything that you do to prepare for a celebration include into this process of celebrating life, celebrating the harvest. You know, you can decorate, you can get your own costumes, you can make your own food. All of these things that you work with towards a celebration can be directly translated into a ceremony or directly translated into a ritual. It's semantics. It's
exactly
semantics.
just like putting, you know, your scarecrow in the yard, or your ghost, or your blow up ghost, you know, or putting my boyfriend hangs a little ghost every year on, I've seen it for freaking 14 years in that tree when I'd go down to his house at around Halloween. He has like a little ghost that he always hangs, and it's just one of those sheets with just the head covered up and some sheets hanging down, and it's just hanging from his. It's scary, but is it? You know, it's supposed to be fun. It's fun to see. You know, it'd be weird to see some other time of the year, but it's really fun but scary. You know,
one could also say that is his ritual.
That's his ritual. That's what I was getting at, and it has an effect.
It does.
Something you said that really, something you said is when something changes within you, the outside world will change. And that's what he, you know, when he puts his ghost out, something in him changes, and it makes me feel great to see that ghost, for example, every year when I would go up there. Something changed. I was happy to see that ghost. His ritual worked. I don't know if that was his intention, but it made me happy.
I absolutely love it. And I think that this type of just understanding the basic of whatever you do to celebrate a holiday, if you want to celebrate a ceremony or a ritual, bring those same elements. And I think that Lisa hit the nail on the head. It has to do with meaning. Does it have meaning to you?
That's exactly what I'm getting.
Does it have significance to you? Because then you are building the energy. I love it.
The energy is the purpose, not just the purpose. It's the fun of it. It's how you get excited about it, right? And you start feeling focused. And you guys, listeners, watchers, you do this ritual. I think we're going to end up doing for on the 23rd is our last date of the podcast of this series. And that's what we're aiming for. By that date, we will have a ritual ready to perform or show you, demonstrate, hopefully. And you can do it for yourself, hopefully on Halloween if you feel like it.
Celebrate with us.
Celebrate with us. And a big part of it is it's just feeling good. You know, it's supposed to feel good. Most people who have a favorite holiday and talk about it, they say Halloween. You know, get ready for Halloween. They start Halloween in June, you know.
It is. It's a lot of fun. And so there's a lot of aspects to ritual. But at the end of the day, I would say, how would you prepare for your birthday party?
That's a good point. Yeah.
You would pick out an outfit, figure out what you want to do with your hair, figure out how you want the evening to develop.
Yeah,
decorate. Decorate. The food is important.
Yes. And the drinks.
And the
Some people, that's very important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so when you're thinking about, I hope that we are opening your mind that's already in this place of knowing how to celebrate tradition and bringing it into a more spiritual connotation, lived experience connotation. There's also what I would say is, candles for the birthday cake. Do you
Yes.
want candles in your ritual?
Yes. Do you like
Food.
candles? Do you like fire? Are you scared of fire? I mean, think about those things. I like fire. I was scared of it when I was younger, but then I told my son Terry, do you know how you stop being scared of fire? And I was like, yeah, get burned. And I was like, no, it's not like that. Dad's teasing him. But you do. You just, if you get burned, if you like, when I solder, listeners and watchers, as you know, as a jeweler, I touch hot things because I'm just too impatient. I haven't burned myself with my torch yet. And that's a little magic right there.
It
I'm knocking on
is.
wood.
It is. And I love it because now we're talking about magical tools,
Magical
what you
tool.
do,
Yes.
all of that kind of stuff. And it's just like, make it personal.
I
Oh,
have a
what's that?
magical tool. This is I never know how to say it, the A word, azamanthe. Don't know how to say this. The little
Thame. A thame.
a thame, listeners. Okay, this is, if you're not watching, it is a little knife, a thame, thank you, tiger eye carved. And a lot of people, like, I have a lot of athames. I call them daggers, but I don't know how to pronounce the word, but now I do. Athame.
A
So I have a lot of
thame.
stuff. Like I have a selenite one, I have an obsidian one of these, and I have like several daggers or like ceremony. I'm not going to stab anybody with them. Yeah, and get some. It's not about that. I like this. It's just not that I want to hurt anybody or protect myself. I don't have any reason to. I just like it. I like rocks. So it's special to me too. It has meaning.
Absolutely.
I spent
And
money on it. I wanted it. It's mine. I brought it home. I have it on with my other magical stuff. It's like special.
absolutely.
Take
And
me
if
out.
you think about the Athame, you could
Oh,
understand that Lisa now is working with the ability to cut away the negative energy, to sever old things that no longer serve, to have a piercingly sharp mind.
oh yes, that's me. Definitely the piercing. I can't even say it.
I know we think so
It's the
fast, it's hard
swords
to
in the
talk.
tarot. The elements kind of link together, listeners. So
I love
we talk
it.
about
So,
fire. We're talking about sword, air,
oh
fire.
yeah.
So what else do you got?
Air, I
Water.
mean, and you can bring in, if you want to do the four basic elements, that's earth, air, fire, water. You have the earth, which is a stone or whatever you want, a picture of a loved one, whatever you want. You have the fire, light a candle. You have, let's say earth, air, fire, air. You can do incense or
Yes,
a
you can.
feather
Yeah,
or a
feather. That's
fan.
perfect. A feather. Oh, I love that. Yes.
Yep. And then water, you can do any type of liquid or something that represents liquid. So if you have these four basic elements, it makes what Lisa calls that energy concentrate to solidify. I mean, you didn't say concentrate, but that's how I
I
see
like
what you
it. It is.
to solidify itself to be on the magician's table, to be on your
Yes.
magician's table.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So why do we need a table, Granddaughter Crow? What are we doing with the table?
Absolutely. So the table is a physical representation of your focus point, your intention point. Because if you got a magic wand and just woo, you would be casting magic everywhere, but it wouldn't be solidified.
You
We
got to
need to
control it.
approach. Yeah, you gotta
Focus
approach
it.
it with focus and intention. And so the table is a physical manifestation of your emotional, mental, and spiritual knowledge of focus and intent.
I love that description. That's perfect. Yes.
And when you bring the four elements of, earth, air, fire, water, which creates everything seen and unseen, onto that focused, intentional spot through, an athame, through a glass of wine, through, the air, through an incense, through whatever you represents earth, air, fire, water to you. Now you are taking your focus point and putting the elements that creates everything. Hello, magician.
Woo!
Hello.
Yes, number one. He's the number one card.
Absolutely.
He is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so with that, you are solidifying your intention.
Yes.
And I would say sit with your intention for a while, make sure that it's pure and coming from your higher self and your heart fully,
Yes.
because a magician is a magician is a magician. But we want to make sure that we are conscious magicians.
Yes, and not having that the worst enemy, self-doubt, come get us.
Exactly.
Not paying attention.
Exactly.
When it comes up and
So
gets us.
that's when I would say, Lisa, that we need to introduce the topic of setting sacred space.
I love that idea. That's perfect because there's so many ways to do that. And I think everybody kind of has a little special, unique way. There is a traditional way, though, that pretty much everybody has to figure out on their own. Pretty much. So would you like to explain it to us?
I agree. So just like the table is the focus point, the room that the magician is his room, that is his sacred space. A church, sacred space.
Yes.
A dining room table, sacred space. To a chef kitchen, sacred space.
Yes.
So when we talk about sacred space, what we're doing is we are making sure that we are circled into a magical bubble that helps us for external things not to interfere and only what we call in. So what I would say is, you could say sacred space. Some people say casting a circle.
Yes, and if I'd like to talk about that because I never understood what the heck was going on with that. So, listeners, have you ever heard that term? She said it in the first podcast a couple times, I think. As above, so below with the magician card. She said she did. So I'm doing it like I'm a disco dancer or something.
That's what it is.
You did it perfectly. You did it with all this power, and it's just, and you did it just like
John Travolta, Staying Alive.
Staying Alive is doing the magician.
Yes. Absolutely. John Travolta. The more that you play, the louder they will hear you. I guarantee it, because the more innocent you are. So what I would say is you're not bound by the ego when you play.
Yeah. Or the self-doubt.
And the ego brings in self-doubt, and then that's magician's arch nemesis.
Yes.
So, okay, so here's sacred space. It is the sphere, energetic sphere, circle, shell of an egg that you are placing yourself in, that keeps the bad out and keeps the good in, intentionally. So just like I said, as above, so below, here is the truth. As above, so below, as within, so without.
I love it.
Yeah. And so usually when people traditionally set sacred spaces, they will turn to the four directions.
Okay.
They will go hail to the east.
Like in The Craft.
Exactly.
Hail to the Guardians of the Watchtower of the East. I remember all that. I love that movie so much.
Absolutely. And you go around. If you do it, and what I highly recommend is make it personalized.
Yes.
Like what is the East mean to you?
Yes.
Hail to the East, the dawning of a new day.
Yes. And if you if you're really into magic, for example, I've been learning about a deity. Deities are a big part of magic. Horus, and he is a god of the sunrise. So maybe, if I were working with Horus, I'd be like, hail to the east where Horus resides, or something.
Absolutely.
Fun if you want to make it rhyme and kind of sing it a little bit. It can be really fun. I like
Always.
singing some stuff.
Magic spoken in rhythm and rhyme within a
Yeah.
song is more intensified.
It is. It feels good.
It
I
is. It
feel
is
better not
true.
than just saying it, like putting a little something to it, you know?
It engages your creativity. It
Like,
engages your logical. It engages your fun, your ears, your mouth, your giggles.
yeah,
It
yeah,
engages you. And
yes.
so you would hail to the east, hail to the south, hail to the west, hail to the north, hail above, below, within.
Okay. When did we do without?
Oh, it just,
Oh, we're just within now. Okay, I'm learning.
yeah, we're within,
We're
and
going
this is
within.
our
Okay, so
circle.
without is outside the circle, so we don't want anything without right now.
Absolutely. And
Okay,
when
I
you're
got you.
done with your magic, it goes without.
Okay.
So
Oh,
you're
oh my gosh. Now I get it. I was thinking about it totally differently. Got Granddaughter Crow, but I won't talk about that. That explained so much to me.
good. It's
Listeners
kind of
and watchers,
like
I hope that explains something to you because that made so much sense to me.
good. And I don't mind if you talk about what you thought, but at the end of the day, you are a chef in your magical kitchen. You
Yes.
kick everybody out. You make your magical recipe. Then you're done. Ding, ding, ding. Dinner time without. When you're done with your thing,
And then the
then
energy is released, kind of out. Your intention is released, your ritual, what you're doing it for, to honor your ancestors, maybe, or something like that, to meet with them, maybe on Halloween. So I don't know what you
it
got
all
cooked
in
up.
here.
You got something in that cauldron brewing. I don't know what it is. We're going to figure.
Absolutely. And a lot of times you can invite in, like you said, Lisa, deity and everything. But
There's
if you
spirit
think,
guides. A lot of
yeah,
witches, perhaps they do work with spirit guides, and a lot of them I
absolutely.
know work with deities. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that as long as you play and listen to your inner child will kind of go, but what about doing this? Well, what about am I doing this? Would this work? Write it down because I guarantee you that is your purity, your spirit coming forth. And when your spirit comes forth,
And there's so much of that when you first start with this kind of thing, like should I, what I don't know what I should do. Should I just keep it here or should I put it here? You don't have to. There's no rules. If you love it, you just do what you want with it,
you
and treat it with
play.
respect and love it. Have fun. If you want to do what I mean, you don't want to. I wouldn't want to like smash it unless I was very upset with it. I'm not going to get mad at this.
Right,
I
right. I love
don't
it.
think I could
And
smash it.
I love it. And so when you hear people say, let's set sacred space before the ritual, or they may say, let's cast a circle, or they may use the terminology calling in the quarters.
Yes, I've heard that. Yes.
And the quarters
The
would
four
be the,
corners too. Yeah, the four corners
and
sometimes.
yeah, and the corners, but the quarters would be the east and the south and the west and the north. Some people will stop there. I continue on to go above, below, within.
I love
Just to
that.
make sure that I'm in a total like little universe world right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. But it can be done for anything. When I work with somebody, I set sacred space and I don't even call in the four quarters.
Yeah.
I say, welcome, 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 welcome into this space, welcome into this time. I'm going to draw a circle around this space and around this time, declaring this space as sacred space. And this time is a very sacred time. I'm going to remove my ego from this circle so I can be a clear conduit for you and the divine as it reveals itself to you to provide you with wisdom, inspiration, insight, encouragement, empowerment, whatever is going to be the most beneficial to you. This is that time. So it's
Oh,
basically a
love that.
prayer. Yeah,
Yes,
I
that's
do that
perfect. You hit every base that you needed to cover for yourself.
and what I did
That's
was
beautiful.
I define, thank you. I defined space and time. I declared it what it is.
Yes.
I wanted it sacred. You can go. I invite you into this space in this time, loving space. Whatever it is that because basically, people, all we're doing is the same thing that we've done since we were little.
If we were
Hi,
born religion.
welcome to the table. Let's say grace over the food. Thank you for this food. Bless the hands that feed us. Give it nourishment to our body. So, and what you're doing in that is you're focusing intention, and the molecules live up to that.
Yes.
Bless the hands that feed us. Thank you for the family. That's setting sacred space. It's not that far out there.
Well, it's really cool though, Granddaughter Crow, on my end, watching you do that and listening to you. My third eye started throbbing. I kind of, I'm an empath, and listeners, as many of you are, all of you, you may have felt that too. And if you do, I'm always curious if you feel these sensations, because I felt some like energy changing and feeling safer on you and me too. And I felt like a blessing was being given to the audience. It's kind of like everything felt like it was all intent. Like that's what I felt. But physically, I felt like a trance. And as I was looking at you, this part of the screen kind of went whoop, whoop. But it's because I couldn't stop, like kind of, I was feeling what you were experiencing to raise your energy or change your energy or your focus.
Bingo.
I think that is just amazing. I really felt that. That was cool.
Yeah. Well, I have been saying that before every single reading for the last 15 years.
You say it with meaning every single time.
Because I mean it every single time. And that's one of the key points is mean it. Let it mean something to you. If you say yabba dabba do da day, as long as it means something to you, we'll feel it.
Yes, that's so true. And other people will too. If they're, they know I could tell. I'm just like, that was so cool. I feel like I'm in a safe space right now.
You are. You are in sacred space. In fact, if the listeners, and I really appreciate, Lisa, your feedback, because if you as a listener feel a little bit different after that prayer, that's because you are actually in sacred space right now with all of us. And this sacred space is dedicated to you and whatever it is that is going to come up within you. The greatest teacher lies within, because that's where wisdom solidifies itself. Trust yourself. Love yourself. Be yourself. Be your greatness as only you can be, because that is Creator's appreciation created you. Your gratitude towards this Creator is to be exactly what they created you to be without apologies.
Wow, that is amazingly put. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have a way with words, and she is a writer. I can't imagine you'd forget that, but and you have a way with words. That's just, man. And
ritual.
Yes, and really, you've got this focus now. That you always have a focus, but you're always really involved in what's around you. But I feel like your energy is very, like, and my third eye is still like very, like, doing its thing. It feels good. Yeah.
You know what? I got another secret for you guys.
Oh, I love secrets.
You are not in Granddaughter Crow's space, for I dedicated this space to you. You are in your sacred space. If you don't believe that, rewind this video, listen to what I said. Whatever sensations you are getting, it's because you are you, pure.
That's cool. I feel kind of quiet. That's weird. You shut me up, Granddaughter Crow.
Sorry, people.
This is beautiful. I'm loving learning this. Thank you. So we've created our sacred space, and I'm in mine that you have gifted us with. And so what do we do next?
All you do is wish upon a star, whatever your intent is, play, do whatever your focus is. Is your focus towards healing energy? Is your focus towards abundance and prosperity? Is your focus towards new ideas, whatever that focus is, that is yours. You do the working. And then when you are done, you can release the sacred space. It does not cancel it. I believe that it's always existing, but
Yeah.
you open it up. Some people will say, you know, blessed be, merry meet, merry greet, merry meet again. That's
Mote it
breaking.
be. So mote it be.
So mote it be is kind of like amen. Some will say, stay if you wish, leave if you will, to the table we feast, you know. So however you want to do it, it's kind of like saying, okay, talk to you later, click.
Thank you. Yeah. It's really, yeah. Or for me,
Yeah,
like
it's
I like so mote it be because it's like I have said it and I have made it happen. So
yeah.
I love that. I
So
like that
mote
one. I
it
don't know.
be. Absolutely.
It has that
Absolutely.
medieval sound and feel to it. I don't know, it's one I really like.
That's
But I like
exactly
amen too, because I was raised with that. So that's something I like sometimes. And
it's the
when
same
I
thing.
it is. And I don't know, I don't judge it. I'm just like, I like that one. I'll use it still. And I feel good about it. I feel good about some of the Catholic prayers I learned. I still use them. The focus or the parts I don't remember. I don't remember them correctly. So I just kind of, use them to calm myself down sometimes, especially my guardian angel prayer, you know.
Absolutely. But at
So
the end of the ritual, you just basically do it as though you're wrapping up your birthday party. You're just like, thank you for joining me, guests, spirit, energy. Thank you. I love tonight. Sleep well. See you next time. It's basically that in your own way. And
yes,
then when you
yes.
do that, it just wraps the whole thing up. That's ritual 101. And
That's great.
we can talk about, like, if your guests want to write in to Lisa, you can ask, well, what about this and what about that? The answer is yes. Play, 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 play.
Play or sing. Play and sing. Right.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Gandalf has been playing this whole podcast. He's been interested in the magic. Oh, very interested in your magic. So when I practice, I'm like you, I'm very basic. I'm learning very, very slowly. And it's been since 2018 that I really well, it was weird because when I was younger, I did witch stuff and I didn't know it. I think a lot of us did. Like I would get herbs out of my mom's cabinet and make little herb bats. When I was in seventh grade, I just felt like it. I didn't know why. And I made myself some oregano astringent because I read in a dictionary it was an antibiotic. Yeah, I mean like an encyclopedia. I'm sorry, in an encyclopedia. I had encyclopedias, in middle school. And I read it was an antibiotic and I had acne. I boiled some oregano in some water and I would keep it in the fridge. And now I would add like vodka to it, a little splash of vodka to it if I wanted an astringent. But at that time, I didn't know what I was doing. I was doing witchcraft, herbology or doing, work with herbs. And, but since 2018, I've learned a lot of what you've talked about tonight, but you've taught me a lot of new stuff too. And I love it. For me, my experience of my favorite experience is setting that space. And just what I do is I feel it like coming out all around me, like coming
Mm,
from like the core right here, all the way through me. And then it just kind of like, it's just all around. And sometimes it goes below my feet. Some people say it goes like in a total big circle all the way. I just feel it kind of like right below my feet, just like a little bit. That's how I feel mine. And I just feel it like I feel it very strongly when I do it. And then I feel this charge. I'll think about it. I'll think generating a charge, kind of that's where my words go. I think of electricity and I think of it coming up through my feet and coming up and through my body. And then I think of the energy just rising inside my little sacred space. And I can feel it. So, and then I usually feel my solar plexus. I did a lot of work with my solar plexus. I needed to. And as you can tell, I did. But I feel like if I need to, I really work with this core area a lot in any kind of magic work when I'm projecting out an energy into something, for example. If in my ritual, I want this dagger to have a special purpose for me later on that I can take with me and feel safe. I'm not going to use it on anybody, obviously, but I would maybe, for example, kind of hold it like right about here. And I would imagine
Yes,
I feel it. I can feel it when I do it. It comes out of the solar plexus and right into it. Do you know what I mean? That's how I'd work with the energy. I just feel it moving around, and then I can feel it. You can probably feel me putting it in there. And, it's just feels better now. It's even warmer, probably, by having holding it. But they do sometimes get warmer. Things will get warmer with Magick, and you get
I
warmer. Right?
do.
I'm warmer. Look at me. My face
I
is
do. It's kind of funny
yes.
because we keep the AC on at 68 degrees, but when I'm getting ready to do a read, I'm like,
Me too. I
I'm
didn't think about the
sweating. And
reading.
you
Yeah.
can see I'm glistening a little bit. I'm
Look,
literally, yeah,
I am
beautiful.
red. I am red. I feel, yeah, I'm really hot. It feels, I'm not like uncomfortable though. I
Right.
feel
It's just
excited and
this
flushed. It's almost like I had a shot.
energy,
It's energy.
ener energy. And, love it because I think what Lisa and I are also trying to express is that there is a basic pattern of figuring out how you want to do your ritual based on a celebration with food, with clothing, with candles, and all of
Yes.
that. And then coming to the focus of the table as your focus point with an element of earth, air, fire, water, setting sacred space, which means something to you because that's the way it makes it stronger. And then working your magic. And each of us feel this energy and experience this energy differently. And
Yes.
that's okay. That's the way
That's
it's
magic.
supposed to be.
Yeah, we're all
And then
individuals.
and then when you're done, thank your guests, release your space. So mote it be, amen. Hear that,
Yes.
and you're done. And then after that, you guys make sure that you
Blow your candles
eat,
out.
blow your candles out,
Unless they're supposed to burn down.
unless they're supposed to burn down, and make sure you have protein
Good
and
idea. Yes.
water
Water.
and
Lots of water.
sleep.
Lots of sleep. You'll get a good
They
night's sleep.
I need protein, water, and sleep. And
Protein
I
is a
have taught,
big one. I
yeah,
didn't think about that, but I need pro boost drinks a lot after doing readings. And I did never made that connection to that being like using my brain power, which needs protein, because a lot of it is like the mental has to be like really for me, it's a hard one to you know but I guess that's why I'm focusing so hard, and at the same time though I don't remember a lot of the stuff I do in a ritual or in a reading. I don't
I
remember
know.
at all because I'm just in the energy, but I feel it afterwards and I have little impressions of what happened.
Yeah. And you know what I would highly recommend as we start wrapping up is after that, journal,
Yeah.
because a ritual can feel like a dream,
Yes, that's a good point. A very good point.
which means that you may forget it, you may remember little glimpses, but just like if you were to wake up from a dream and write down things, it will solidify it in the third dimension because when you're doing ritual, you are in your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual body, sky high, focused,
Yes,
and take care of yourself, and then jot your things down.
while you're drinking your
And
protein shake or eating
you're
soybeans.
drinking protein shake. Exactly. Eating your granola bar.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love this, Granddaughter Crow. Thank you. I mean, is there any more you'd like to present to the listeners today? Is there any last little tidbits about this? This is a really great 101. I mean, I think we went up to 102 some a little bit into some philosophies and different techniques and stuff. So I think this is really cool. And you blew me away with that. I mean, I could really feel that. I could feel that I'm in the sacred space, listeners. Watchers.
Sure.
You can see it if you look.
I
Although I
know.
actually put a desaturation on the film, I might not for this one. You can see,
I love it. Oh, yeah.
I love it. Feels
Beautiful.
Feels like a sunburn of it. Feels so
I
good.
know. I
Mom,
am.
like, yeah, look.
Oh my goodness. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Your energy
I
is
am always
right.
freezing. My hands are still cold, but my this core temperature is very good. It's like all the blood rushed to the center. and
I
it's
love
my
it.
heart, really.
Yes,
And
exactly.
it
And it
needed it.
is energetic.
Yes.
So, any last thing that I would say, celebrate you as an aspect of the divine itself. Respect yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself, and have fun because we're going to be back in another week to talk a little bit more about you and your divination process, how you dial up spirit and what you hear.
Yes. Yes. That's going to be so much fun, guys. I cannot wait. And hopefully Misty will be there. And I really appreciate this granddaughtercrow.com. And I've got that now. and I guess lastly, listeners, I need to lie down and drink a protein shake and some water. And I feel pretty good. Thank you, Granddaughter Crow. I really appreciate this. And
As a
that
substitute, yeah, as a substitute co-host, do you want to give your sponsor?
I absolutely do. I almost forgot. Yes, you've got me just in this ecstasy kind of, not ecstasy. It's not really an ecstasy. It's just a really good, happy.
Existential position. Yeah.
Yes, that's a better way to put it. Thank you. You've been in this position more, I guess, because this is, yeah. So we'd like to thank Everclear. Everclear is our sponsor. It's everclear.com. It is an advice app where you can get advice from psychics and empaths so you can get the clarity and guidance you need to create the life you deserve. Thank you, Everclear. Misty, I can hear you deserve it.
I love it. I love it.
Again, thank you so much. And we will be back with her in about a week, Wednesday, right? And then I think we have another podcast tomorrow night with we have another return guest. And we will see you, I guess, whenever this is posted. You'll see us because we don't see.
So mote it be.
So mote
So
it
mote
be.
it be.